Muslim from Africa. 4 years living in Japan. てください。楽しいですよ。
How do Japanese people react when you speak? Are they shocked?
日本語めちゃくちゃ上手。They were shocked, like, wow!
What was Eid like?
Incredible.
Any challenges at all?
Yes, of course, I did. I'm French and Moroccan. 4 years since I'm living in Japan.
I've heard from a lot of people that, the Japanese, they are very racist and xenophobic and they don't welcome you in and those things. But you seem pretty happy and integrated here. So could you speak about that, please?
I'm feeling the same way than you. Some people are racist, but not especially racist because I'm Muslim and from Africa, like I can find people like this in France or other country in Europe. It's just racist because you are a foreigner. And this is what I call the Gaijin card. Because that good point and also bad point. The point is the racist. If you did a mistake at work, they're gonna forgive you easily, more easily than Japanese people. If the mistake was made by the Japanese people, they may be more kibishi between each others. But with foreigners, will be more soft with you. The bad point is maybe if they got something interesting, I don't know, for example, nomikai or a big promotion or it doesn't matter, something good, you may not be part of the group. Like I said, people are people, human are human. You can feel it when it's really racist. And you can feel also that they just don't know how to act with you because you're different.
Does Japan have a big Muslim community and things like halal food, mosques, for those who don't know?
Now you can find halal everywhere. Big city, small city also. Even in Japanese supermarket, you can find halal. From Australia, Brazil, but still it's halal. From Hokkaido, Aichi like Nagoya. So yes, you can find it more easily halal. And also, it's been 4 years since 4 years I'm living here. And I used to go to the masjid during, because I'm Muslim. And then I realized that the more I went to the masjid, the more people come to the masjid, too much people. To be honest, there's so much people every year that every Eid, the Muslim party, Eid, they have to create different schedule, from 7 a.m., 8 p.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. to pray the Eid, Salat al-Eid. Because there's so much people, mashallah. Alhamdulillah, I'm really happy, to be honest. I'm really happy. And yes, this is the thing I really love being Muslim. Doesn't matter where you're going, you always will find people like you. First the masjid, and then after outside, Japanese people are not Muslim even. You're never alone.
What was Eid like in Japan?
Yeah, I never experienced sides Eid in Japan, thanks God, alhamdulillah. The first time I came to Japan was alone, so I met someone at the masjid. And he said, let's go eat together. So I ate with him and their friends. The next year it was and I met other Senegalese people. And there's a big community, Senegalese community in Japan. He invited me also to their house. It was in Wakayama. And it was incredible. I was wow. Even I made a video also about this, and people just say to me I didn't know this part of Japan. There's Japanese people and Senegalese people all together because it's a family gathering together, eating food, sharing, having fun. And I was wow, I didn't know that too.
Guys, if you're getting any value from this, we would really appreciate if you could subscribe and hit the like button.
It was really fun. I was wow, for real, people are really interested. The other year was in Osaka. I went out with my friends, invited other friends. A guy who just takes me on Instagram. I met him in Instagram in real life with different people at his share house. So all together with Japanese Muslim people, we eat together, gathering. It was really, really good. Really close to my family and friends. And I was worried to be really sad, especially during Eid, because it's something really, really important for me. It's my Christmas for me. And I was really, really happy and shocked. I never be sad during one Ramadan or even Eid in Japan. I was really, really happy, alhamdulillah, thanks God.
I'm really almost not surprised because having had friends, Muslim friends from a very young age, they've always been so hospitable. Wherever I go, if I can see Arabic writing, for example, on the restaurant, I know I'll just walk in and say, Assalamu alaikum, and that's it. Your family,
you're part of your family, welcome to us.
That's
yeah,
it.
true.
We were in Thailand last year, at the end of last year, and I needed to do a border run for the visa. So I went to Cambodia for one day, and man, it was a nightmare. Basically, I got stuck in Cambodia. Long story short, I was stranded. I just see Arabic writing, and I'm like, man, I'm saved. I walk into the restaurant, Assalamu alaikum kap, they say in Thailand, and they're like, oh, what the hell are you doing? And then they looked after me, and I felt like, you know what, I could be stranded here, it's fine, I'm at home right now. So,
That's cool,
it'd be so cool to experience that in Japan.
It happens every time, because whenever we walk into like an Arab-speaking environment, like a restaurant, they always look at me to speak Arabic. And, you know, I could just say a few words, and then they're looking at me like, what? Jack starts replying, and they're always so shocked, because he's the Arabic speaker, not me. So that's the beauty of languages, for sure. I mean, how do Japanese people react when you speak? Are they shocked in Japanese as well?
Yes, Osaka is a little bit different. They used to meet a lot of foreigners, but yes, when you speak in Japanese, like, they're really shocked, but they tend to hide. And after maybe 1 hour, maybe 10 minutes, they just start to realize, like, Nihongo mechakucha jozu, you really speak Japanese really good. Like, they're really shocked, like, whoa! And they just realize that, yeah, he might live here, and they kind of realize, like, yeah, I can be myself, and they just start to be themselves. The other people who tend to be like still like, oh, he can speak Japanese, I have to take care about what I'm gonna say. It's depending if you know there's people like that, but mostly they're really surprised. Like, I mean, a guy of Rania speaking the languages, like me, he just came back. I was like, he said salam, not salam alaikum, he said salam alaikum. I was like, whoa! Like, I was shocked, to be honest. And I was really happy, proud, a lot of feeling. I was like, yeah, for real, it's really good. So, yeah, same feeling, I guess, for the Japanese people, like proud, shocked, really interesting. They want to learn more about you. They want to speak more with you. Like, how, why, when, tell me why. Why, you know? Just be interesting, and this is really good. I like it, to be honest.
It's the beauty of that curiosity again, right? The media focuses on everyone's negative, they don't want foreigners, but when you make an effort, people can feel that and realize this is another human who's connecting with me. It's really such a beautiful thing, it really is.
Exactly.
Mm. Did you face any challenges at all?
Yes, of course, I did. And I used to travel in Japan first, during 6 months, 7 months. And then I start to work. And this is exactly when I start to work that my life just changed. Because in Japan, people used to say traveling in Japan and living in Japan is totally different. Totally different. Totally different. And I start to be Japanese, to be honest. After 2 years, I used to work 2 years in Japan. And because of Corona, I wasn't able to come back to France to see my family. And I start to be Japanese, to be honest. Like, I used to speak like them, react like them, apologize for nothing like them. And deep inside, I felt like it wasn't me. There's something wrong. I didn't know that, but I felt like strange. The big challenge was like playing with the locals without being Japanese. Like playing the games, not playing, but understand how they think, how they work, how they act, without being like them. You understand, you respect, you do also sometimes the same without being like them, because you also have a personality and you don't want to be lost. You know, I don't want to lose my mind and lose myself.
So I'm told there are 4 levels of Japanese. There's ultra formal, ranging all the way down to very informal, maybe with your family. How was that? How was it trying to break through, you know, barriers in this society? Did it make it more difficult?
A very good question. I used to say this to my friends. When you speak in Japanese, speaking is not enough, because you have to read between the lines. And also, like you said, the tennen, the formal one, means something. For example, I just met you. I'm going to speak like politely. And then after I get the vibes to each other, you know, we're going to speak like more friendly. And in Japan, it tends to take time. And even if you meet the guy or the woman after 1 week, 2 weeks, you just realize that nothing changes speaking like formally with you. It means something behind. It means like maybe just put a wall between us, like they don't want to be more close than this. Or it means also that it might take time, because everyone is different. They have their own experience, you know, trying to protect themselves, or just people are different. But mostly sometimes after 2 weeks, you just want to leave, you know, like there's a big wall between each other. It's like, oh, I don't want to get it, boy, you just be yourself, you know. But it takes time with Japanese people, more than my country. Not only the way of speaking, like the tennen, the polite level, and also the comportment, the way that standing with you, like there's also means something also. You can see, like we said, when you're doing sports on dance, like someone which relax the shoulders means that the person is relaxed with you, you know. Or someone like this means that maybe she's in a position, a rock position, or means a lot of comportment, you know, body language. This also is the way that Japanese people speak. Yes, they're speaking also with body more than but everywhere in the world. But Japan is you can see more than France like they're really speaking with the body. They're really good at hiding, but when you will use to speak Japanese, you will see also the language and the body language.
Social media often highlights this kind of negative aspects of Japanese people being like xenophobic and inward. But I've been really positively surprised by so many people who are intrigued by something different. Of course, those are people who speak English, so they're Japanese people who have some interest in other countries, but because they've got such a unique culture, I've actually found they're asking me so many questions about Pakistan, and there's a lot of curiosity here as well. It's not just we want to be on our own, we don't care about anyone else. So I'm wondering, have you been positively surprised and had any experiences where they're really like they know more about Morocco or France or something like that? Could you share some of those, please?
Especially this month and the previous month, yeah, something like this happened. I had a friend, and I just met another friend, just like this, friends of a friends, just speak like we used to speak, and never met her. And I said I'm French, I'm Moroccan, and she was like just surprised. She just stand up like, no, France to Morocco. She was like surprised. Yeah, I was like, why? I did something bad. She said, no. I'm planning to go to Morocco to France. I just got a lot of French people by my side, so I know where to go. But Morocco, I'm kind of surprised. They said like this. I was, yeah. I'm planning to go trip. I'm really interested in France and Morocco, so I would like to know a lot about this country. So let's talk. And I used to talk with them like Morocco's like this, France like this, and she already did some research by herself. And she was really interested in Morocco, like she really wanted to go there, especially like first with cliché, like, you know, the dessert, the camel, thing like this, you know, the tagine, because in Japan it's really famous. They call it tagine nabe. They mix the culture with Moroccan food, tagine nabe, become tagine nabe. Yes. So she was really interested, and then the other friend was the same. Talk with them, bring her and him to a Moroccan restaurant because they were really interested. Like, this is Morocco, present you the owner, she's my friend also. Typical Berber food, this part of the south of Morocco, thing like this. And after that, both of them, they just text me like, I buy my ticket and I'm planning to go there. I was like, what? I was there, I just left my job and I'm doing a Europe trip and I'm planning to go to Morocco too. In Africa, just Morocco? Yeah, just Morocco, and then going back to Europe. I was like, what? With who? By myself. What? So I was really surprised because the Japanese, especially women by themselves, would travel around. It's safe, of course, but I was like surprised, like going out of their, you know, their world, like they used to, especially in Japan, it's complicated to go out of their comfort zone. So I was like really surprised, like, wow, I was really proud.
What was your process of learning Japanese, and how long did it take?
It wasn't my plan to live in Japan at the beginning. I planned to stay 6 months only in Japan for Tokyo Olympic. I planned to work with them, but Corona, you know, my visa was just only 1 year. So I used to learn with YouTube videos and also some books. The school was really expensive. I can't afford this, so I used to learn by myself. And I was like, miss something. So I just moved to a share house. And mostly Japanese people, foreign people already in there, so we only speak Japanese and English, and mostly Japanese. So I was like, yeah, this is the best place to learn Japanese. And then I start to work. So when I start to work, my Japanese level just improved like differently, like this. I was like this first and just like this.
What job was that, sorry?
My first job was a guide, and then Corona just started. So the job that I found when I was in Corona was creative. I used to make videos, photography, teach these skills to handicapped people. Yes, this is the kind of job that foreigners don't do when they arrive in Japan. And I was only with Japanese people because I was the only one foreigner. So that's why I kind of tend to understand like deeply how they think and how they speak, because I was part of this the main problem of the society: depressed people, handicapped people, single mother, single father, children without parents. They're working, to be honest. They are working by themselves, just at their pace. And sometimes they're depressed or don't come at the work for 1 week. My goal is to teach them skills like video photography, and also make them like having fun while working. Like you can have fun and work also. You don't need to be like this every day, you know. So this is like my skills, my value in the company. So it was really, really interesting.
What advice would you give to other people who'd like to learn Japanese?
Don't give up and take your time. I'm the kind of guy who don't like school, but I love learning. Everyone going to at their pace. Just do your best, take your time, and don't stress, you know, just do your best. And blend with the locals. If you're in Japan, you will blend with the locals, especially in Kansai. Different with other Tokyo, you may speak more English than Japanese, but in Kansai, you may speak more Japanese than English.
Petit à petit, l'oiseau fait son
nid.
Exactement.
Il connaît.
Little.
Welcome.
Which translates to little by little, the bird makes its nest, you know. So Rome wasn't built in a day, as well as they say. Peut-être un dernier message en français et en japonais et après espagnol ou quoi d'autre berbère. Un message in every language.
Okay, I will say one thing, especially now because it's gonna be the African Cup in Morocco soon, so I'm gonna say ديما المعربة صعبة. العربية yes ديما المعربة صعبة. Venez au Japon, restez comme vous êtes, soyez honnête et profitez de l'aventure au Japon. C'est incroyable, c'est un beau pays malgré ses défauts, c'est un beau pays. And in Japanese, 4年ですけれども、やっぱり日本まだ楽しくしてる。いろいろがあったですけど、楽しくところ、寂しくところがありましたし、けどまだ楽しくしてる。ぜひ皆さん日本に来たら楽しんでください。楽しいですよ。楽しい。
That's impressive. Wow, I'm trying to keep up with all those languages. So, muchas gracias. Arigatou gozaimasu. Shukran, ça c'est arabe. Mais en berbère, comment on dit? How do we say like thank you in berbère?
They say also shukran, but you can say الله يحمر ديك.
يا فافا يا فيصل.
نعم.
شكرا جزيلا تشرفنا.
شكرا لها واجب.
حبيبي.
شكرا عمي. شكرا. ありがとうございます。